So,
So
big day tomorrow.
it is a big day.
So what is this? What is this that you're doing? For people who don't understand what this is.
I'm entering a competition. It's men's physique, so it's not like it is bodybuilding, but it's more like a cover model look.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can't be overly muscly, you can't be overly defined. It's like you got to be a good showman as well and just present your physique. You got to have muscles, obviously. You can't just enter, without any muscles. But yeah, it's one of those. So it's not like Arnold. It's not one of those ones.
Like the bodybuilding shows.
It's not like a bodybuilding show. Yeah. I mean, someone said the other day it was a beauty contest. It's not a beauty contest. But yeah, it entails like what's it called? Spray tans. You can't have any hair when you're presenting yourself because obviously you can then see the muscle definition.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So to a lot of people, this would seem as like something quite not egotistical, but like it's about yourself, obviously. But I know, obviously, from a lot of people who've done that, like it's not always about a self thing.
Yeah.
Something's obviously driven you to do it. There is a level of obviously looking good and feeling good and vanity to it, but sometimes it's just more than that. So what is it to you? Like, why are you doing this?
I think for me, of course, it's a personal goal. Like, I wanted to test myself. I think I don't like being like comfortable in life generally. I always like testing myself, whether it's my career, fitness, whatever it is. With my fitness, I was like, stagnant. I wasn't doing anything. I was in that same position for a long time. So I thought if I enter a competition, then, that would then get me to, a reasonable level. And in terms of physique and, well, more than reasonable, try and take it up a notch. But also, I think there's slightly more to it because there's a lot of stereotypes. Like, when I was younger, people used to say like, Indians and their genetics and Asians, they can't grow muscle. It's just, it's our code, we'll never grow muscle, we won't get anywhere. So partly entering the competition, I'm not sure if I'll win it or if I'll get placed. If I do, then it'll be great. But it's just to say, look, you can get into a physique, you can get into that physique if you really want.
Yeah.
It's all in the mind. If you can, I don't know, if you can dedicate yourself and take small steps every day towards your goal, you'll definitely get there. I've been doing it for probably about 6 years consistently. I only have 4.5 hours a week to give towards fitness because I'm busy at work, working full time, running my law firm now. But, that's all it takes, 4.5 hours a week. And if anything, it's what you do outside of the gym that makes a difference, like your diet. When all the lads are, tucking into their, well, not crystals anymore, but when they used to, I always used to be like, no, I need to have my protein shake. And, just my diet was very important because at the end of the day, I'm working hard in the gym. So if I have if I have chips or whatever it is, you can have the odd meal, of course, but if you're going to continue to like just eat bad, then I'd be wasting my own time. That's the way I see it. So a lot of it is diet and not dieting, but having a good diet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I think that's a really strong message to send because, like, I think a lot of people forget how much they see where you are now and they'll probably see where you started because I'll put something in here.
Yeah.
To show what you look like when you first started training.
Yeah, no, don't show those pictures. Don't show those pictures.
But it's important to show that consistency is really important.
With
Dedication.
Yeah, I agree.
With that consistency as well. It's not always about lots and lots of effort. It's about effort over a long period of time.
Yeah, that's what it is consistency. You just got to work smart. You don't have to work. You need to work hard. But if you work smart for a longer period of time, hard work won't make a difference, if you get what I'm saying. Like, you could work hard for a short period of time, but you can work less hard for 6 years and still get that result.
Yeah.
It'll take longer and it takes a bit more discipline, but you'll get there.
Yeah, but I think anything with like, when you're trying to build a physique, is the long game. You're never going to build it in a month or a year even, or even 2 years. It's going to be a long game.
Yeah. Unless you're on steroids, maybe, but I'm not on steroids. I don't know, people still say like I'm on steroids, but I've never, I don't drink alcohol. I stopped. It's been 8 years. I don't smoke. Don't take drugs. I don't do any of that. So,
yeah.
I don't even take, I just about take night nurse, so I don't know how I'm going to take steroids.
When you say work smart, what do you mean? Because like, to me, when I see you train, when I've seen like the effort you put in over the years, I would consider that still hard work. Even though it's 4.5 hours a week, it's not like you go to the gym and you doss about.
Yeah. So it's it is hard work to the extent that, you know, when I do a rep, I'll make sure, you know, I'll put everything into it. You know, all my reps will count unless it's a peak set, then it may get a bit difficult. But all my reps count, you know, I'm not wasting time speaking to people, socializing. You know, it's just focused on each rep, every week I'll build on what I've been doing and try and make myself better.
Yeah, so that's what progressing.
Yeah, so I'm progressing and moving forward.
Well, that's one of the fundamentals of trying to build muscle.
Yeah.
Is maximizing volume over time. This is me training talk.
Oh, okay, alright.
But yeah, when you're trying to increase training volume over time to build muscle size.
Yeah.
Fundamental of trying to...
I don't know, I just turn up to the gym and just do the weights.
Over the past 7 years, you worked hard, obviously. And now the last 8 weeks for this prep that you've done for the competition tomorrow, you've worked really hard as well. And I think most people struggle with just a normal diet on its own in terms of like trying to just lose a bit of weight. Trying to get unhealthily lean is another level. It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of sacrifice. What's kept you on track? Like, have you had support from friends, from family? Has it all been on your own? Like, how's it?
Most of it has been on my own, but I've had a few people saying, you know what, if anyone can do this, it's you. I don't know, that made me feel good. But so that gave me that motivation, saying, look, I've got this far, I've done it for so long, and I just got to keep going. I just take each day as it comes. And then once I get over the first week, then the second week becomes easier, third week, fourth week. Having said that, the last week was the most difficult week because I had to do water loading, so that involved taking 8 litres of water, then having 10 litres, then 4 and 2. That was slightly easier. But I don't like drinking water. Like, for the last 7 weeks, I was just having 1.5 litres a day, just about. But when I knew that it's crunch time now, look, I've worked so hard. It's all in the mind. I think once you know what you have to do, you will do it. That's what it is. But yeah, it's been challenging, particularly the last week. Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah.
What's your biggest motivator? What motivates you when you're in the gym, when you're outside of the gym? What keeps you focused?
In terms of motivation, in the non-cockiest way, I'll just say I motivate myself because I want to become the best version of me. I don't care what everyone else does. I don't care if someone's bigger. I don't care if they're smaller, whatever. That you help them out, right? You know, we help each other. But if someone's better or leaner or bigger, stronger, it doesn't make a difference. I'm working on how I was yesterday and what I want to become, you know, going forward. So that's what it is. So I motivate myself because I know what I did the day before, what I need to work on and how I need to get to the stage that I want to get at. So in a way, I motivate myself in the most non-cockiest way. Obviously, like, there are, you know, you have people you look up to, like, you know, people have done really well. Physique, Ronaldo, you know, you just think, you know, wow, you know, at that age, still looking good.
I think you're leaner than Ronaldo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, but Ronaldo's done well. Like, again, his diet, he doesn't have alcohol, so far as I'm aware. It's a low fat.
It's that disciplined lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like, what he does is dedicate a lot in terms of like, I think there's a Rio Ferdinand interview recently.
Yeah.
And he dedicated, like, what Rio Ferdinand was saying, I had people, like, obviously, that's his career.
Yeah.
If that was your career, you would dedicate more than 4 hours a week.
Exactly.
But you obviously dedicate everything to your career. And that brings you on to one of my other questions I had for you. How has it been trying to train and manage what's your law firm called?
GPT Law Practice Solicitors. Yeah.
Little plug there.
Yeah.
How has it been managing that full time and running it and owning it and doing this, which is something that is obviously completely sidelined compared to that takes up most of your time?
It's difficult. Running any business is difficult. You'll probably know that, right? So 2018 took over. It's just, you got to put in a lot of hours. So I was working, I have to go in Saturday, Sunday, even after the competition, Sunday morning, I'll be at work. But I know I just got to dedicate 4.5 hours a week. So I can find that time. It's not easy, but, you know, I want to run my law firm, do well with that. But at the same time, I've got other goals as well. So I just want to make sure that I, you know, focus and, you know, I'm tired too. Like, just like everyone else, I get tired, you know, working, but something just tells me, look, I don't want to move backwards, I just want to keep moving forwards. So I'll be at the gym, you know, doing what I need to do.
So that's something I preach a lot about, like cutting out emotion. So like regardless of how you feel on the day, just do what you have to.
Yeah.
Is that something you kind of follow?
Yeah. I do the same thing. I turn up. If you turn up, then that's a start. Once you get there, then you know you have to work, and that's it. But there come sacrifices, you know, socially sometimes you can't then commit to going out on Fridays because I'm focused on this. Doesn't mean I don't have friends. I've got a lot of friends. But still, it's just one of those things when it comes to, you know, it's my work on my gym, and then the odd times you'll go out and, you know, socialize too. But yeah.
That's something you actually touched on in a previous question when you said about like the stereotypes of Indian guys can't building muscle. There's another stereotype, like, well, not stereotype, but stigma attached to people who look after physiques and go to the gym, and it's like you see it on a lot, like kind of people shun it a bit, like they look down on it, like people who don't go to the gym. I mean, I know
it happens. Like, sorry, I'll let you finish.
But like, as in, that's fine. Now I want you to answer the question and tell me how you feel about it. But like, how is that kind of? How have you felt when people make comments about, oh, you go to the gym too much, especially in the Asian community? In our personal community, you probably had it from your own family.
Yeah.
I've heard people say it to you.
Yeah.
At like functions like Diwali and stuff. Oh, today you have to eat this. And but how have you handled that? How have you kind of had all that, like people probably telling you, no, you don't. This is not how girls want you to look. Indian girls don't want you to look like this.
I don't care what they think.
But yeah, like from your parents, from other people, from grandparents, how have you dealt with all of it?
I think dealing with it it doesn't really bother me, to be honest, because to be different, you have to look different, you have to be different. So if I'm like everyone else, then I'm going to look like everyone else. I don't want to look like everyone else, so I'm going to have to do my own thing. So that sacrifice comes. No one else will understand that. Unless you're into fitness as well, then you'll see why I'm making those decisions. But yeah, dealing with it's been alright. It does put you down when people say, oh, you're always at the gym. I'm only at the gym 4.5 hours a week. That's not much. If you think about, you spend 4.5 hours in the pub or, doing shisha or whatever, that's me 4.5 hours doing something,
It's just because it's
towards my health,
usually at the times that you do get invited out and...
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still go out and do what I need to do, but, I mean, 4.5 hours in the gym is not much at all. It's really nothing. I think a lot of people would clock up about 3 hours of cardio a week.
Yeah.
And people think that I'm at the gym every day, but I'm not. It doesn't take, like I said, you've got to be smart on how you work.
Yeah.
It's what you do outside of the gym that counts. 95%, you'll probably know the figures, you'll probably put it a bit lower, but I say 95% is diet, 5% is exercise.
Yeah.
That's what I calculated that.
With the stigma and all of this stuff that like family and stuff, like kind of making comments and stuff, do you ever find yourself getting put off or low or feeling like kind of demotivated at times or deflated or about these comments? And
it doesn't really, I'll be entirely honest, it doesn't bother me.
Not at all? Not
at all. I mean, it's a different generation. So if the older generation say, look, oh, why are you at the gym? And, girls, you're not going to get any, I don't know, whatever it is. It doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't bother me. It's a different mindset. I respect what they say, but we're in a different world now. Like, fitness is up and coming. Like, you want to stay healthy. Diabetes is quite common in our culture, right? So, I mean, and that, a lot of it, I'm not an expert, but it's because of diet. And if you can change that diet, then obviously you'll be, if you eat healthy, then there's a less likely chance of becoming like that, being overweight, putting a load on your organs, none of that's healthy.
Yeah.
So I think,
you're just prioritizing your health.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
So when you first started, you were quite slim, you had no training experience, and obviously you wanted to build a physique and get somewhere, like in terms of like getting muscle, gaining size. So there's probably a lot of people watching this who are quite inspired, who want to do the same, who maybe aren't skinny starting off, but like they're not at the stage they want to be. So what advice would you give to someone who's looking at you thinking, I want a physique like that, or maybe not quite like yours, but just generally they want a better physique? Mm-hmm. What would you say? What are your like kind of 3 biggest tips you'd give someone?
I think dedication. You've got to be dedicated, you know, towards what you really want. That's number one. I'm going to keep it nice and short. Discipline. You've got to be very disciplined. So when people say, oh yeah, you know, it's only one, you know, have a bit of cake or have a bit of this. If it's your cheat day or whatever, then fine, do it. But otherwise, you got to be disciplined enough to say, no, look, I've got this goal that I'm pursuing and I'm going to get there regardless of what, you know, is put in front of me. So dedication, discipline, and determination. You got to be determined to get to your goal. Again, that I think goes into number 2, and regardless of what anyone says, what happens. Obviously, if you're not well, you can't go to the gym, but regardless of what obstacles there are in your way, you got to make sure or say to yourself, have affirmations and say, look, I'm going to get there no matter what happens. That's what I've said. Every day I just say that to myself. Okay, not every day, but every other day maybe I'm just reminding myself, look, this is what I need to do. So if someone says, you know, let's do this, and I'll be like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. So clear focus on what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm focused, yeah. Because otherwise I'm not going to get there. I know what I need to do. That's a start as well. I think you need to know where you're going. You can't turn up to the gym and say, okay, leg press is busy, I'm just going to do chest. It doesn't work. If leg press is busy, I'm going to wait for that leg press because that's my first exercise, and I'm going to make sure, otherwise I'm going to shift the guy off and say, look, I'm going on, mate. No, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, like having a plan of action.
You've got to have a plan of action, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's consistency, but that kind of goes with, you know, dedication. You know, you just got to be very consistent in what you do. With any life goal, I mean, even with my career, I found that consistency works. It always does. It always pays off. Hard work is hard work, but
you have to do that hard work over a long period of time.
Yeah, you've got to keep doing it. You won't see anything maybe first year. You might not even see any returns on the second year, but, you know, it will come. You just got to keep focused. What happens is most people go first couple of months and they think, you know, they're not seeing anything. But if you think about it logically, right, if you go to the gym for 2 months and you do chest, you work out your chest, and you do that once a week. That's what people do, yeah, chest day. You've only worked out that chest probably 8 times. So in 2 months, you're looking for a big result, and you've only worked out your chest 8 times. That's not enough, in my view. So you might gain some strength, but you're not going to see a difference.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And those guys who put it on the net saying, you know, 8 weeks, you know, this guy was like this and he's turned like this, or transformed into something else. That might be true, but that's like a conditioned athlete.
Yeah, it's the same as you. It's like if you're trying to get lean for a show. Yeah. Like, you've achieved a great result over 8 weeks. But what about the 7 years before?
Exactly, that's what it is. So yeah, it's true. 8 weeks I did it, but no, it's not. It's just bad good marketing, but people get stuck into all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I think it's great advice.
Thanks.
So I think best of luck for tomorrow.
Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
And you're going to smash it.
I don't know about that. If I get placed, I'll be happy. If I come third, I'll be really happy.
If you come first, you'll be even happier. So let's just go for first. Come on.
Let's try for first. But I personally don't think I'm that good enough. But I'll try and believe.
Well, you just said to the camera, self-belief. You got to believe in yourself. And now you're being humble.
I'm not.
I know you're not that kind of character. That's all. But I'll be that character today for you.
Yeah.
Fucking smash it.
Okay, alright. Thanks, man. Thanks, Vin.
Rookie Men's Physique Champion 2018, 41, Patel.
Spread those wings!